Welcome to my data transfer website. My name is Chris, and this is the website I have designed for people to do data transfer between smart devices when they purchase their new phones or the old ones. This is my introduction page. I'll be giving a short, brief history about the phones that I'll be covering across the website. I'll be talking about Samsung and iPhone. These are the two predominant devices that people use around the globe and within the United Kingdom. And if you have a look at the bullet points that I've noted, it gives you a short history. So Samsung is originated from South Korea, and it was founded on March the 1st, 1938. And they have started, to be honest, as a grocery store, and they have revolutionized with smartphones and electronics in the late 1970s. And the success story of that has led to them in innovation of smart TVs and smartphones. And the latest one they have released was the S21s, which is a popular selling phone across their mobile network providers and also selling companies. And comparatively, I'll be also discussing about the iPhones. It was founded by Steve Jobs, and is one of the top most income country with around $1 trillion, and also is one of the wealthiest company in the globe. And since the 2007, which would be a record-breaking year for Apple, they have renewed and built smartphones called iPhones, which are very, very costly, and has value and unique selling points. And if you do have a look at the bottom of the screen, I've just made a slideshow to see what is about to come and what ways you could do the data transfer. It just gives you the right indication for it. And if we move on to the Samsung webpage, this is the page that I've designed to give customers how to successfully data transfer between Samsung to Samsung. And there are two vital main methods. One is wired, one is wireless. Both steps are the same, but one of the steps of wired uses the cable around. So if you do have a look at the first slideshow, it tells you that you need to bring both devices together, and you need to download Smart Switch, which is found on Google Play Store on Samsung phones. And if you open up on both devices, and you could click on send data on the old one and receive data on the new one, either with cable or wireless, and you proceed to the next step to agree whether you agree to do data transfer. And if we do look at the full picture, it has the documents and pictures and the videos that you would like to choose to transfer. And also the next step, copy to copy devices, allows your accounts to be transferred as well. So the wired method, as I've told you, has need to do Samsung Smart Switch, and it's either with Type-C or USB adapter to begin with, and also you could pair up with next to each other. And wireless method obviously uses a wireless connection, so the phones has to be together, but it follows the same steps. And if we move on to the iPhone to iPhone page, this slideshow consists of two methods again here. One is quick start method, and one is device to device migration method. And I have designed a slideshow to give a bit more simpler view and breakdown of how it will look on your iPhone when you do yours. And the first method is quick start. So when you do go to the new one and install with the initial page, you'll get to the method to move data from Android, or move directly from the phone, or restore from iCloud backup. And you could choose your option. And the main and most vital step that has been used is restore from iCloud. And it will ask for your Face ID or Touch ID if you are moving from the latest iPhone XR. Otherwise, it would just ask for the fingerprint or the your PIN code. And the next step is device-to-device migration method. This is where you wirelessly connected, and even though the first method is wireless, it uses a lot more digital unique footprint, and you'll have to hover the new phone with the old one and to data transfer, and this creates a new code. So if you do have a look at my slideshow, I've gone to the next step where this is a quick start way to put the slideshow to with the Apple ID you could enter it, and the next step is where device migration method, where you can transfer directly from the phone or down from the icon. Again, the options are quite wide open for you guys to choose. And if we move on to the next page, this is where is Samsung to iPhone page, and I have designed a slideshow to show the transfer between to iPhone to Samsung. This is one of the most difficult areas that people do struggle with, and I have experienced it. So if you do look at the first one, this highlights the main way of how step should be taken to do the data transfer. And if you look at the first picture, it highlights move data from Android, and you could continue. So you need to download an iOS app called iOS app in the Play Store, and once it's downloaded, you need to pair the iPhone with that. So you click on move data from Android on the iPhone, and then move from our Android app which you downloaded, and you'll have to enter the code, and you'll have to choose the way, whether to set up as a new phone or restore from iTunes backup or iCloud backup. And the next step is shows which transfers and contents you would like to transfer, and the last bit just highlights the terms and conditions that you need to agree before doing it. This is the recap page that I've designed, and this design consists of 3 quizzes to recap the knowledge on the 3 web pages that you have visited, or 4 pages including the introduction. And the first one is shows the ask the question about which app allows you to do data transfer, and you could either click on the answer that you will know, or you could take a guess, and you could see you could pick up the correct answer or the wrong answer. But again, there's an option, and there'll be an opportunity for user to be able to view the correct answer at the end, and it will be highlighted in green. And you could follow the same for the second and third question, and you'll be able to finally get what the apps are that used to do data transfer between Samsung and iPhone. And this has been built with JavaScript, and it has encoded with a mixture of HTML and CSS to provide a good structured view of the quiz page. And the next page is the contact us page. This is where you get in touch with me, and if you do struggle with the phone or any of the step, you could feel free to enter your details if you have a website, or you have an email, or you have a name. But the mandatory information is the name and email and the description that I will need to get back to you. And again, this has been built with validation and JavaScript, but the other web pages are built with mixture of CSS, HTML and JavaScript. But the recap and context of pages use more of a deeper understanding and deeper written code of JavaScript. And if you do have a look, if you don't put the correct format of the email address, it won't let you submit, so it will pop up with an error saying you need to put the @ in the email. And feel free to do a written message and just click on submit, and then you'll be done. Right, I hope this video helps you guys to give a bit more understanding of how things are done, and this is a good way to recap your knowledge as well. And I predominantly designed this because I have worked in a phone industry where people do struggle in data transferring between Samsung and iPhone, so I really hope this would add an extra benefit in terms of data transferring when it comes to purchasing a new one, or you're in the stage of leaving from one phone to another phone. And thank you very much, and all the very best. Thank you.